invited to come and talk to you about the economy. But since this is a TED Talk, of course, I wanted to make sure that I brought in a topic that really resonated with all of you, something that we can all relate to. I mean, I could be here talking about, microeconomic, macroeconomic, world trade, and all that. But instead, what we're going to talk about today is how fucked we are. And this is something that I think we can all relate to. We hear a lot about this in the media, but we really don't hear from a quantitative standpoint exactly how fucked we are. So today, I've compiled a bunch of data, and I'm going to show it to you with the end goal. By the end that we get to this journey, I'm going to present a clear picture exactly how fucked we are. So the first thing I started to look at was how fucked we are by economic cycle. So what I've done is I've gathered this data set that shows the different rates of how fucked we were based on time. And most of you are familiar with economic cycles. We have boom and bust cycles, which is a healthy part of the economy. And of course, when we have a bust, we get a little more fucked. And that's just the way the world goes. So we expect to see this up and down. But what's been happening, and this is a fairly well-documented thing, is that over the last 30 years, we started to diverge from the cycle, and we just started to get more and more fucked. And so we got to this point where we're just kind of like just sitting here getting grinded and pounding, and it's no longer going down like we'd like it to. And a lot of economists, they've said, this is a good thing because whatever happened here, at least it's stabilized, so we're not getting more fucked anymore. But what my research has shown is that nothing has changed. But actually, what's happened is we have actually hit the fuck saturation point. Or, in layman's terms, we hit the point where we couldn't be more fucked. So the next piece of data I wanted to look at was how many fucks are given. I mean, you can't really talk about how fucked you are without talking about how many fucks you give. And a lot of my research has gone into looking at the political environment. So what I've done here is I've plotted the political atmosphere to the left and to the right, and how much conservatives and liberals give a fuck based on the political atmosphere. So obviously, if the political environment is more towards the left, conservatives give lots of fucks. Yeah. And if it's more towards the right, liberals give lots of fucks. But here's the thing about fucks. We only have so many. The number of fucks that you have was what you were born with. You can only give them away, or you can conserve them. Look at old people. Generally, they've used up all their fucks. They don't give a fuck anymore. But we need fucks. For when we have natural disasters, wars, pandemics, things like that. We need to have a big glass box of fucks we can just break open, have them spill over, so we can do something about it. But as you know, in today's political environment, we always hang out over here, which we're using up our fucks. If we're here, we have a nice reserve. So basically, this natural resource that we have, we're just wasting in politics. The final piece of data I wanted to look at was the effect of economic bubbles. And the best way of looking at that is I plotted how much things go down the shitter versus time. So back in the day when we used to make things were up here. Things were going good. But then as time progressed, things started to go down the shitter. This is called trickle-down economics. All the shit flows down. And when it gets to the bottom of the hill, it starts to just pile up in this big pile of shit that gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And what tends to happen is people have short-term memories. When we sit on top of this, right here, we're like, oh my God, look at all this shit. This is awesome. We remember back here, it's like, remember we didn't have any shit? But now we're right here, this is great. You don't even remember, back when it used to be up here. But with bubbles, they just start getting bigger and bigger. So this bubble of shit is getting bigger and bigger and bigger until finally it explodes in a shitstorm. And then you have shit everywhere, and finally you're left right here. And we ain't got shit. So how fucked are we? I presented a lot of data here. I understand. I'm just kind of throwing it towards you. But I promised that I was going to show the big picture, exactly how fucked we are. So what we know is that we don't have any fucks to give. ain't got shit. And we couldn't be more fucked. But if you take all that data and put it together, how fucked are we? We're really fucked. Thank you for coming. Good luck.